Hey there everybody, it's Kevin again with another installment of What Would Kevin Do? This is where you can ask me any question about photography, business, pricing, whatever. It could be like how I wear my hair. Anyway, you can ask me anything, and you can go to thecreativeorange.com, and then there's actually a tab under there that says What Would Kevin Do? Q&A, or you can go to our Facebook page and ask a question there. And we want you to ask questions because this is how we're going to do our video tips, and then we're going to give away prizes to whoever we pick. You're going to get some free product from the Creative Orange. So get your questions on there. This one is from Sharon. I love Sharon. Sharon, this is for you. She has a question. She's doing a senior shoot. I guess it's at a dance or something where they're going to have like a classic car or something like that. And she wants to know, because she doesn't want to have to worry about the light as it changes. She's going to be there from afternoon to once it goes dark. And she says, I have two Canon flashes, 580EX2 and a 480EX2. She might have her 600EX RT by the time. This is one tripod, one light stand, and a very short Gorilla Pod. Not sure what that is, but I think it's one of those ones that you kind of wrap around things. And she said, the van is from 7:30 p.m. until whenever. I know I'll be taking pictures for several hours, so the lighting will be changing from ambient, end of the day, to the night. She doesn't have the ability to set up a light source that will be constant and want to be able to at least light the cars that the kids want to use. What would Kevin do? Well, let's go through this. So you've got two flashes, okay, start with. Maybe a third, hopefully you get the third. So what I would do is I would use probably the smaller flash on the front because I'm going to want a backlight, so I'm going to want more power off of that. So I would set that up in like a mini softbox or something, and just for ease of use, I'd probably keep it fairly close to camera so that you aren't cross-lighting anybody, especially the girls. And then what I would do is I would set the second light, if you don't have three, if you have three, it'll be even better. So the third light would be almost like a hair light, so it would kind of skim the car, so you'd see the outline of the car and maybe skim them a little bit too, so it'll be slightly off to one side or the other, and set them. You could probably do this all in TTL, but you'd need to crank that back up to like +2. I would set it up to manual. We got like lots of wind. It's blowing our doors open and stuff here. So anyway, I would either set them all. The main light's going to be in TTL. Off camera, I would do that in TTL, and then the background you can do TTL, but you have to go +2 on the exposure compensation, or set it in manual and then go from there. But I would set probably the easiest way to just go TTL, because then it's going to measure everything up for you. So that's what Kevin would do in that situation. Personally, I would actually go rent some lights if I was going to do it. The reality is, you can't go in a situation with equipment if it's not the right equipment, because it's just going to make you look bad. So the reality is, what would Kevin do? I would actually go and rent some gear so that I had the right stuff there. If I don't own it, I'm going to rent it to make sure I got the right gear, because that's really important in a situation like this, because everybody's going to be talking about you afterwards, and if you are fumbling around and don't exactly have the right stuff, then they're going to talk about you, and probably not a good way. So go rent some lights, and that's what Kevin would do. Okay, we'll see you next week.